Welcome to Catty Chit-Chats. My name is Jules, and I'm here with my sister,
Hey, I'm Mar.
who isn't up to date with the latest pop culture, but no worries, I'm here to fill her and you guys in. Today, we will talk about the cheating allegations against Austin McBroom, fueled by Tana Mongeau, and the exciting match against Austin McBroom and Bryce Hall. Okay, let's get started. Earlier today, the clout chasing ex wife of Jake Paul, aka Tana Mongeau, made some allegations, but in my opinion are true, against Austin McBroom hours before his boxing fight against Bryce Hall. Tana took to Twitter to tweet out Austin's relations with other women. Tana states,
Time Austin McBroom was cheating on Catherine, and the girl he was cheating on her with left a lipstick in his car. And I'm sitting in the car with Jake, and we get a call from Catherine or Austin or whoever the fuck. We answer it, and it's Austin bawling his eyes out, and Catherine absolutely screaming, holding this lipstick inside of their car, and she's screaming, and she's like, "It's the lipstick, Tana's. Austin says the lipstick's Tana's." Blah blah blah. Austin's bawling. My dumb ass thinks that the right thing to do at the time is save the kids, save the kids. So I lie to Catherine. I'm like, "This is my lipstick." It wasn't my lipstick, Catherine. I'm really sorry. But we team Bryce out here on God. So. Another time, Austin hired 4 of my friends as his nannies. And when Catherine would leave, he would sleep with all of them. And then told her that they were all his nannies. And it was a fake nanny company. And I just, so when you ask me why I'm team Bryce, it's kind of like picking a lesser.
oh my gosh. I know Austin replied. He replied to Tana. He said, cap to the biggest clout chaser of them all. And it was actually Erica Costell's lipstick, dummy. I was taking Jake and her back to Jake's house. This lame ass lie ain't gonna save the attention that your little boyfriend Bryce is about to get for his ass whooping. This is so messy. I can't.
Extremely.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Tana tweeted these out just a couple of hours before the fight to throw Austin off.
Mm-hmm.
There was a poll asking people, who do you think is going to win in the fight? Is it going to be Team Bryce or Team Austin? And the majority said Team Austin.
I was definitely a part of the majority.
Right. We've had this conversation a couple episodes back where we predicted that Bryce may win the fight, which we'll get into a little bit later. So yeah, Tana definitely strategically tweeted this out to throw him off of his game.
And by the looks of it, gain more revenue on her Bryce t-shirts.
Right, exactly. So I'm just gonna ask you, do you think these cheating allegations are true?
Truthfully, I wouldn't doubt it just because of his reputation, what he's already gone through, and quite frankly, what Catherine puts up with.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's the one who is out there doing whatever he wants to do, it really, not only does it tarnish his reputation, it tarnishes her own reputation as well, because since they are married, they're supposed to be equally yoked, and unfortunately that's not the case. So Catherine is also having pie thrown in her face while this is all happening, because if she's not doing anything about it, then she kind of just looks like boo-boo fool.
Yeah, but in my opinion, and a lot of people think the same way, is Catherine doesn't mind looking like Boo Boo the Fool. She doesn't mind looking like the clown because she prefers to have the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Austin McBroom, even though he does cheat on her, which I do agree is all true, and I do believe what Tana is saying, is that some women like Catherine prefer to have the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Austin McBroom is rich. They live in a nice, big, fancy house. They have a lot of privileges with being wealthy.
Right.
And so, I know a lot of women can disconnect from their partner just in order to maintain the lifestyle.
And it always circles back to what I always talk about with the entertainment industry. Where do your morals lie?
Nowhere.
Where are the values? And
No,
if you don't have any, you have nothing.
no signal. Nothing. They don't. Some may argue like, oh, she does have 3 little kids. So she may want to maintain the household with having a mom and a dad. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's not a good example to set for your children.
It's not.
But you know what? She doesn't care and she'd rather live comfortably.
If she really wants to have that quote unquote picture perfect family, then that's the wrong family that it needs to be framed, because it's all a facade. It's not real. And if they're only staying together for the quote unquote children, what kind of example are they setting for them?
Hmm.
It's not a good one. They can't look up at their parents and be like, "Oh, I want to be just like them one day." I mean,
Yeah.
technically they can, but what kind of life are they going to run into? What kind of relationships are they going to be having? It's not, they're going to be toxic, they're going to be manipulative. They're just not going to be great relationships where they can build one each other and build themselves on either.
Hmm. Well, in my opinion, I think they're just going to continue doing what they're doing. I think Austin is going to continue cheating on Catherine, and Catherine is just going to look the other way. Getting right into the next topic, the anticipated boxing match between Bryce Hall and Austin McBroom finally happened, and the results are in. Ready? Drum roll. Austin McBroom was victorious. And
Woohoo!
right, and a bloody defeat against Bryce Hall in only 3 rounds. So the ref called it once Austin punched Bryce in the face, and Bryce ended up collapsing to his knees. So, Mar, me and you watched the fight. What did you
Hmm.
think about it?
Honestly, since I'm not a big watcher on boxing, I didn't technically know a lot of the rules or anything like that, but I did know um that the refs look, not just the refs, the judges look at how many swings you throw and how many punches you land. And it definitely looked like Austin was more in favor than Bryce with that.
Right. Yeah, I'm just like you. I don't know too much about boxing. I've honestly started watching because there's a lot more celebrities involved.
Hmm.
But yeah, Bryce, or I mean, sorry, excuse me, Austin came out swinging from the beginning.
Yes.
Bryce Hall's face was so bloody, like his
Yeah.
mouth was bloody, his nose was bloody. You know, Bryce was definitely tired. I felt like after round one,
Hmm. You
he
could
was just
definitely
like,
see it all over his face. You could see it on his body language, where he was just more going for the hugging than the actual throwing of his arms.
right,
And the more all he was doing was literally causing a river in the boxing ring, just because of his bloody nose and all the blood that he was spewing.
right, right. Yeah, it was. Those punches that they were throwing there, I mean, those are some powerful punches to
Yes.
continuously get punched in the face, to be punched in the side, and
Hmm.
punched in the stomach. Bryce really did give it his best, but Austin was better. His endurance was better. His
Hmm.
cardio was up. He had the power and the strength to fight him, you know. And also, I do have to say that Austin did slightly have an advantage with him being an athlete prior.
Right.
As many of you know, he is into basketball, and he was about to be in the NBA.
Hmm.
So he's always been athletic. Whereas Bryce, people said that he's been in street fights. A street fight is nothing like a professional boxing fight.
Absolutely not.
You know,
Especially
and
if you're not trained for it, because boxers are obviously trained. They go through a lot of turmoil, a lot of training, a lot of, just a lot of scrimmage matches. So, and these TikTokers and YouTubers, no offense, they're not professionals, and they think that they can just get into a boxing ring and fight it out legally.
right, yeah, like you said, both people are competitively training to fight each other. It's not like,
Mhm.
whereas Bryce, he's used to, oh yeah, let me go beat you up, let's meet me outside, where the other person isn't prepared to fight.
Right.
where hit in this instance, his opponent, which was Austin, was prepared.
Correct. He was. And guess what? He came out, like how you said, he came out swinging and he became victorious over the match.
Right. And then, fun fact, if you guys didn't know, prior to the fight, Austin and Bryce made an agreement that whoever won would have to give that person $1 million. So,
Ooh.
not only did Bryce lose, he's now out $1 million.
His
Bryce
bank
Hall,
account is hurting.
exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say because, Bryce Hall, he has rich, but he's not Austin McBroom rich. Not
Right.
in this stage of his life.
Not
So
at
him
all.
losing $1 million, that is a big hit to his account. This was crazy. Bryce hasn't said anything, but I'm sure he's going to say something soon. But as soon as he does, we will let you know.
That's it for today's show. Tell us your thoughts in the comments and come chat with us again next week. Be sure to like and subscribe, it helps our channel out a lot. Bye!